Hi, I'm Paul Hardison.
And I'm Bethany Hardison. Our family lives in Ixchiquan, Guatemala, amongst the Tajamuco Mam people group. We live in the highest city in Central America and serve a purely indigenous group of people who are unevangelized and live in a pretty remote part of the country where it's very cold. I'd like to introduce you to the rest of our family, our two boys.
My name's Aiden and I'm 13 years old.
Hi, my name's Elijah and I'm 8 years old.
And
We are the Hardisons.
In 2013, my husband and I served together, and through the misfortune of a sick missions pastor, we led a team for the first time to Guatemala, serving in a very remote area of the country. When we prepared to leave, we both looked at one another on the side of this mountain and realized that God had chosen a place for us to serve. And by the time we got back to Shreveport, we'd made the decision, and all that was left was to tell Ronnie Joe. When we did tell him, thankfully, as we knew he would, he had some advice for us and suggested that we join the Perspectives class that fall to get some clarity on what it meant to serve in Guatemala. And through our time in that class, we also realized that God really wanted us to serve amongst an unreached or unevangelized people group. We weren't certain that God would take that call all the way to Guatemala. So we did some research, and we found that amongst the indigenous groups in Guatemala, they are largely unreached because they're so difficult to live amongst. We did some further research and found that the IMB was pulling a couple off of the field in one of the most dangerous parts of the country, and they'd been praying for 23 years for someone to come and serve with them. And in those 23 years, they'd had 3 people come, and after 6 months, they all left. This didn't necessarily make us feel encouraged, but we felt certain that it was the place that God was going to use us. Because we serve in a difficult part of this country, it's difficult to get to, and it's difficult to form relationships. We really need your prayer, and we don't need timid prayers. We need people who will fervently pray on our behalf, who will pray for our children, and who will pray for the people that we serve amongst. We ask you to commit to praying for us every day. We also need more financial partners. We would love for you to make a commitment to support us monthly or with a one-time gift. And finally, we really would love to have people who are willing to come and serve with us in this area, who are willing to come on a trip that will look unlike any other mission trip that you may go on. We would love the encouragement of having fellow English speakers in our home.
I just want to reiterate that of all the important needs that we have, the prayer is the most important. Daily prayer. We live in a place that has darkness, and we struggle with the things that are around us, so your prayer is appreciated and necessary.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Joe Webb from First Baptist Church Shreveport. I'm the missions pastor there, and I hope you've enjoyed getting to know the Hardisons. I hope you'll commit today to pray for them and even consider going on a trip. We have several coming up. And you can reach me at ronniejoe@fbcshreveport.org to find out more information about those trips. But also consider a financial donation to them. Anything would help. But again, most of all, commit to praying for the Hardisons as they meet the needs of the people of Guatemala.